I see that the other hotels around here become more packed on the weekends, having a bus be able to pick people up. If you look at Thunder Valley, for instance, the hotel rooms that are all around, you can't get a room in that place. You're going to the other in Lincoln, or you're going in Roseville and staying there. It has a positive impact to the community.
Speak to us about property, sales, and state income tax liabilities of the land and trust and tribal members.
I think what this question is kind of trying to address is when you have a reservation, if I have a house on my reservation, I will not pay property taxes. If I work on that reservation, I won't pay the state income tax. But this is a gaming facility. There won't be any tribal members living on the facility. So we're going to be paying service payments, which is another name for taxes.
You are not creating new customers. You will be taking away from other casinos. How will you feel about putting Red Hawk out of business?
That's funny. Gaming facilities. We live in Sacramento Valley. Not only Sacramento County, but El Dorado, Placer, Yolo. You're talking about 2 million people here. There's a lot of people. There's more people here than gaming. We've got the East Bay and South Bay that's close to us as well. Will we be sharing patrons? Absolutely. Is there enough to go around? Absolutely. How many Starbucks are here in Elk Grove or gas stations?
Okay, that finishes the questions for tonight. If you do have questions or you want to learn more about, you have a couple more? Oh, okay. If you want to learn more about us, we do have a website, Wilton Rancheria /nsn.gov, and it is at the bottom of your yellow cards. And if any of you would like to fill out support cards, we would truly appreciate it. And thank you for giving.
You didn't answer all the questions.
Her question wasn't answered. Ours wasn't answered. You didn't answer all the questions.
Okay, well,
we have a bunch of similar questions that I think they were going
No,
through.
you haven't addressed this issue at all.
Okay, well, what is your question, sir?
It addresses crime on a sovereign nation. So my question to you is, if I've got a non-Native American whose purse gets stolen at the casino by a non-American, by a non-Native suspect, who's going to investigate that? Who's going to prosecute that? Who's going to enforce that?
Elk Grove Police Department, Sacramento County. They'll be in jail, and they'll be dealing with the county or the city.
And second part of the question, if it's a Native American that's a suspect, does that change because you're a sovereign nation?
Absolutely not. California is a PL 280 state. What that means is there's 6 states in the United States where if there is a criminal activity on a sovereign nation, whether we have 1,000 acres of land and somebody commits a crime, whether you're Native or not, and I step into the reservation, I'm still going to get arrested. The police department or whatever who has jurisdiction in that area can come onto the lands, whether it's in the mall site or at the rancheria, and they can arrest a Native or a non-Native because they have jurisdiction in California.
So the sovereign nation has no control over what local law enforcement does on the sovereign land.
We have criminal jurisdiction falls within the city or the county that we're in. So if we're in the city of Elk Grove, the Elk Grove Police Department will have criminal jurisdiction. If something happens, they don't have to contact us. They can come on the property and solve the problem and rectify the incident. It's different than what you're talking about. Because California, like I said, it's called a PL 280 state. And again, there's only 6 out of the 50 states. Some of the other states, like Arizona, hey, you step across the line, they're not going to come and touch it. Right. That's not here. That's not here. It's different. It's different.
Thank you for answering that question.
Absolutely. Sorry we missed that. We were trying to get everybody's. So is there anybody else that we didn't answer the question because there's some of them were similar, but if there's something different that we haven't answered? I'm sorry.
I had a question about, because there's quite a few people who obviously are concerned with the crime and whatnot.
What can people do to prevent it?
And it's good for our community. Now, I know that you said that it's good for the community, but we obviously still have concerns.
Understandable. As far as your question on crime, I don't know any tips that could persuade us from coming to Elk Grove, but we'll think about that. But we're going to have high-end surveillance inside and outside. Our tribal security is going to be second to none. We're going to most likely employ off-duty police officers or retired police officers with military experience. We're going to have the relationships with the city of Elk Grove's police department. We're going to make sure that our patrons feel safe. This is a gaming facility. There's a lot of money in there. When I go to Tahoe and I have a pocket full of cash to play blackjack, I feel safer than I am outside anywhere else on the facility because I know they're watching me everywhere, inside and outside. And that's something that we'll be able to provide that's a little bit different level than a lot of the other places in Elk Grove. You had a question there, anyway.
Sir, I'm not going to beat the horse about the crime, but I live very, very close. And I am concerned about not necessarily the crime that's going to happen on your property, but I'm concerned about the crime that's going to happen on my property. In addition to that, I'm also worried about the value of my home. I mean, who wants to live? If I would have known that, I probably a year and a half ago, and I know maybe I didn't read city planning that was there, but I likely would have purchased a home. And I'm not saying that I'm totally against it. I just wish you would take it somewhere else. That's the only thing I'm saying. Take it somewhere else.
It's a process, and it's kind of put in motion. We are working. What's your question?
So I'm not really against the casino per se. I would love to go to a casino, like you just said. Is there any thinking that you could build something else to make money, like possibly build out the second phase of the mall or something like that? You would still make the same revenue or some revenue.
The revenue, it's a different revenue model altogether.
Well, anything. I mean,
Right.
That's the mall is there. They're not going to finish that other part, so why couldn't you build that or something else besides the casino?
Because we don't want to compete against our partner, well, not necessarily partner, but our neighbor of Howard Hughes doing the outlet collection at Elk Grove. We don't want to compete right against them. That's not the force of this. We're going to bring a symbiotic energy where there's the retail outlets and the movie theaters, a place for your family to go and shop, the hotel space and find luxurious with the spa, that people can come and stay, where they can come to conferences and go to concerts and things like that, things that Elk Grove don't have. A venue that's bigger than this room that can seat 1,200 people to banquets and bring a lot of jobs to the area. Any other questions? Comments? Yes, ma'am. Private security? Well, the tribal security, as I kind of alluded to, what we'd like to do is, we want high-end tribal security. That's going to be, a lot of times you have retired police officers or military experience that run a lot of the casino gaming security outfits, not your neighborhood watch type stuff that you see that carries around the flashlight. They're pretty well trained. I can't speak to Red Hawk, but we want to be proactive in this area. Our patrons, it's important that our patrons have and feel safe when they come to not only our facility, but to go and shop at the outlet collection. So that's going to be a priority for us. Absolutely. And again, the surveillance as well. The eyes in the sky are watching. That can take on a couple security guards to be able to watch people as opposed to, and also with the people that are visible. Yes. There is a couple other examples of that, and I want to say Maryland, and I think in Southern California there's something being proposed, Morongo, VA House both have that as well, where you can walk to. Gila River. So for Northern California, it'd be an interesting symbiotic energy. Yes, ma'am. Form of income. As part of the gaming compact, there will be some type of form of income that goes to each member, and also support the tribal programs that we implement. We don't know yet. That's part of the tribal gaming compact. Well, we'd hope that they're not going to be forced to work in the facility, but we definitely want to make sure that when our members are receiving funds, that they have education on how to use a bank account, how to invest your money, how to make smart moves, how to finance a home, do things like that, and give the training to our members so they know what to do with that. So hopefully that answered your question. Yes, sir.
How much people are financing this project? Is it $400 million going to be by the Cook Company? Or are there separate private banks?
We're looking into investments on that. I don't know the Cook Company.
Now, anybody who's going to put out $400 million, it's got to be assured that he's going to get it back. So that means you have to have some losers. People have to lose money. Casinos. What's the projected win? See, if we're going to have 2,000 slot machines and 280,000 slot machines, it's $560 million. Slot machines generate about 50%. It's about $1.2 billion. So you expect people are going to lose about $1.2 billion?
Are you an economist? Because you just blew me away with all those numbers.
We wouldn't be talking about this project if you didn't know the price of it, right? But what I know, I read it in the newspaper. So the newspaper might be right or wrong. I'm asking you because you know exactly. You're going to have to talk people into giving you $400 million. You have to know what the loss is.
Well, actually, I don't know all the answers, sir. I'm trying to do the best as the chair of our tribe to educate people and stand up for our people. I'm not up here as a money guy. I know exactly the numbers. I apologize. I can't answer your question. There is a profit and a loss. It's gaming is an entertainment. I win when I go to play blackjack. So. It's 2.3% of the real estate of Florida is going to help make the whole profit. A lot of money has to be lost. And who's it coming from? It's coming from us. And It's your choice. It's entertainment.
eventually our kids who learn to be around it because they're at the mall, which is right across the street from Louisiana. You got to be careful. Make sure you like it.
I don't have the answer to that, sir. I'm sorry. I don't. I apologize.
Remind us the value of the land that we're standing on right now that was taken from your tribe.
Thank you.
Okay, we just want to thank everybody for coming tonight. We appreciate all your questions. We hope we've answered some of your questions and maybe alleviated some of your concerns. Like I said, you can go to our website and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. We'll have some of our drawings up here that we have on the PowerPoint if you guys like to look at them afterwards. Again, thank you very much for coming. If you have other questions or concerns, we're always welcome to answer.